Okay, here we go. First vid of 2024. I honestly didn't think I'd make it this far. Not as the channel, I mean actually live. But here I am. So, 2024. Before I start today's video, I'm going to basically just discuss a little bit of my plans for the future. So I think in my last video I mentioned that something big was kind of happening behind the scenes. Still not ready to reveal that yet because it's like really big. Hopefully I'll be able to do it soon, but it's going to depend on a couple of factors. As far as content goes, I want to try to post regularly, and by regularly I mean like I seem to be posting a lot on Fridays, so probably Fridays. There might be like a few times where basically I have to skip a week, but you know. Sorry, weird sounds coming from the stairs. So I'd like to also add some content too. I've been talking about doing this for a while, and it's time to do it. I'm still going to be doing Toku stuff. I'm still going to be doing a couple other things, but I would really would like to start getting back into gaming, which is actually what today's video is going to be about. So, okay, I have no idea what the hell that sound is. I don't think it's coming from upstairs. I think it's coming from outside. Yeah, it might be somewhat the snowblower. Anyway, so not too long ago, and by not too long ago I mean last week, I got myself a PlayStation 5. Finally. I've been waiting ever since it came out to get one, and I finally got one, and I love it. When it comes to the console wars, I don't really pick a side, but if I had to, there would be a clear winner, and that would be Sony, because I just like how they do their systems. So today's video, you know what that is, a freaking snowblower, and he's right outside my window, so you could probably hear that. So today's video is going to be about, I don't know if you can hear me, he's just blowing snow off my stoop. Okay. So today's video is going to be about my PlayStation memories. And you can see Ari in the background trying to figure out what's going on. So I actually have had every PlayStation since the first one. It's the only, well, I shouldn't say only one, well, I've had all of Nintendo's consoles. I have a Switch, but I am not exactly sure if that would still be considered a console. Because, yeah, you could hook up to the TV, but, I mean, most people I talk to actually just use it for a handheld. That's actually what I use mine for. It's right here. Okay, so I got my PlayStation 1 about 97, 98, and I got it for my birthday. And it wasn't like one of the new, small, little, toy-like PS1s. It was like the big, clunky, could pass for a computer equipment. And when I mean computer equipment, I mean like heavy-duty science computer equipment. That one. So it was big, clunky, and yeah, that sort of thing. Well, first I should actually probably talk about what inspired me to make this video. See, the PlayStation 5 comes with a game pre-installed called Astro's Playground. And it's kind of a nice, it's a way to kind of show up what the system and the DualSense controller can do, but it's also a nice throwback to PlayStation's past. And they actually had the boot screen for the PS1, and it brought back a lot of memories, and I'm sharing with them now. So anyway, PS1. My parents got me one for my birthday. It came with like the regular original bone controller thingy, all gray and everything. But they also got me a DualShock 1, which was nice, and a couple games. I can't really remember what the games were. I do remember that I think somebody got me Final Fantasy VII. I could never get into it. My brother did. And he actually was able to finish it. And I still remember being so shocked when Sephiroth, or the big bad guy, jumped down and basically impaled Aerith through the back. That was quite a shock. I do remember I also had, I picked up A Bug's Life, the game for that. And I remember because I actually, it came with the soundtrack, and that's one of the reasons why I bought it, because I wanted the soundtrack. The game's still good, but I mean, like, I wasn't really that big of a gamer just yet. Mainly because games hadn't really reached a decent level of accessibility for someone like me. Like someone who basically didn't really have the patience or the dexterity to really do a lot of like the older platforms, because a lot of them, a lot of these games, they released at a time when they were still trying to figure out what to do. There weren't really any difficulty settings. So basically, everyone played on the same level, but sometimes, especially with platformers, it could be hit or miss. Like sometimes you could make a jump and you think you made the jump, but you didn't. Or you make a jump and you don't think you're going to make it and you do. It's weird. And then there's all the collectibles. And I'm someone who actually doesn't mind collecting collectibles. I'm actually trying to get all the collectibles in Astro's Playground right now. Or at least get all the artifacts, because all the artifacts are basically just stuff from the 4 PlayStations, which is awesome. So, I don't really remember much games from the 2. All I remember, or from the 1, I just remember just kind of loving it. So, a couple years later, well, more than a couple years, but basically when the PS2 came out, I got that for my birthday. Also, I think, I'm pretty sure. I did not get like the big fat one. I got like the little, it's one of the skinny ones. I think it, I don't even think it had a tray. I think it basically just had a like a dry flat, like the original. But I do know that the original PlayStation 2 had a drive tray. It was also the last one to actually have a drive tray, if I remember correctly. As far as games go, again, I don't really remember a lot of them. I do remember I had the Transformers Armada game. Oh wait, I also had Astro Boy. I had that game and I actually finished it. It was one of the first games I actually finished on console. And I'm really proud of that. It was a really good game. Oh yeah, I also had Dino Thunder, too. I had the game of that. Power Rangers Dino Thunder. Because I was trying to get back into Power Rangers that time. And yeah, they had a PS2 game, so I grabbed that. And it wasn't too bad. Kind of weird, but basically, like, you were controlling the Zords, and they actually had all the Ninja Storm ones as unlockables. And yeah, it was pretty cool. That one, I'm not exactly sure. Actually, just hold on a second. I'm going to get my phone, do a little bit of research. Okay. Yeah. So, one thing I really do like about PlayStation is they actually try to, like, they're one of the few companies originally, well, one of the original companies that basically like, okay, yeah, we can use it to play games, but can we use it to do other things? PS1 could play CDs, but I think that was just it, music CDs. PS2, they integrated a DVD player. I had to just confirm that, and I did. So yeah, there was a DVD player in there, which I had a pretty decent DVD player. I got that actually for Christmas one year. And I still have it, and I love it. I don't use it, but I'm going to get into what I use as a player now, later on. But yeah, so that was basically kind of like my memories of PS2. I had that one for many years. It was a good system, but a few years later, for my birthday, I pulled all my birthday money and some on my Ace check, because I was getting Ace at that time too, and bought a PS3. So the PS3, if you don't know, was Sony's test bed for Blu-ray technology. They literally made Blu-ray technology for this system, and basically just like kind of cut it out and then put it in like standalone players. But they originally developed it for the system. And when I first played it, it was pretty cool. I do remember I had the original Iron Man. I tried to get into it, but again, there are some things that just... I really hate it when a game plays super easy and then all of a sudden you come to a part where like you have to be almost pinpoint, and if you're not, you're kind of stuck. Or especially when a game actually like hits you with a massive difficulty spike. Like, anyway. So, but also to use as a Blu-ray player because I really wanted one. I remember I actually bought Transformers, the first Transformers movie, on Blu-ray, as well as WALL-E. Now, unfortunately, WALL-E had an accident. I tripped on something in my room, and I landed on the case, and I ended up cracking and actually chipping off a massive piece of the disc, so it could no longer be played. So I had to buy WALL-E again. But I basically wanted WALL-E so I could actually have something that was going to look stunning on a Blu-ray, and it did, and I'm happy. So yeah, I had the PS3 for some years, mainly used it as a Blu-ray player, but never really got into it because at the time I was also getting really into PC gaming, and that ate up most of my time. And then a few years ago, maybe about like 5 or 6, I was able to finally get my hands on a PS4. Actually, no, it would have been 5 or 6. Maybe. Yeah. Yeah, because I got it so I could play one specific game. And that game was Horizon Zero Dawn. Still one of the best games I've ever played. It is amazing. It looks stunning. It plays awesome. The story's really great. If you haven't played it, play it. It's actually now on PC. It's been on PC for a couple of years, and if I ever do a playthrough of it, it will be the PC version, just so you know. Because basically, even though it plays good on a PlayStation, it does a lot better with the mouse and keyboard. Go figure. I actually built up a fair bit of collection for my my PS3 or PS4. It came with Battlefront 2, so I got the first one too, and then I got like a whack of Lego games. Agents of Mayhem. It's really underrated. A lot of people are upset because you couldn't play multiplayer or co-op, but the game, once I really thought about it, the game isn't really designed to do that, because basically you're supposed to switch between agents. It's really good. It's actually a Saints Row game. I also got the Batman Arkham games, except for the Origins one. I have it on PC. I've never played it. And then I also got Spider-Man when it came out too. And yeah, again, I was using that one. We were using that one as a Blu-ray player, although I really wish with my PS3 I actually had like the remote, like an actual remote to be used as a DVD remote or a Blu-ray remote. We didn't have that for the PS4, so I basically had to use the controller. And I don't know if you've ever watched a Blu-ray on a PlayStation before, but the trigger buttons are really, really, really sensitive. And if you just basically just bump it just a little bit, your movie skips. And it cost me a fair bit of aggravation with my wife. So, anyway, so yeah, built up a fairly big collection of, well, not fairly big, but like big enough to have a lot of games for it. And but once again, PC gaming kind of took over. But then, like I said a week ago, I picked up the PS5. And I've been wanting a PS5 to play one specific game again. And that game was Horizon Forbidden West. I know it's coming out on PC fairly soon. They don't have a date, but they're saying like first quarter 2024, early 2024. But that could mean anything. That could be next week. That could be like 5 months from now. We don't know because they don't have a date picked out yet. But basically, when I actually suddenly had the chance to actually get a system, I grabbed it and I got the game. I couldn't find the complete edition, which came out in October, but I did buy the DLC in store using money I had left over on my PlayStation account from years ago. Because I forget what I bought. Oh yeah, I bought Saints Row 4 and Saints Row Got Out of Hell. And then I had like $20 left over, so I was saving it. And turns out I was saving it for that, because DLC came on sale. And I have not seen the DLC. I haven't played it. I haven't even seen a playthrough of it, because Christopher Robb, the main guy I go for playthroughs, never did it. I don't know why, he just never did. I do know that at one point in the DLC you have to fight a Horus, which is one of the big tentacly machines that you see stuck in mountains that basically don't move. They're dead. All of them dead. Well, apparently in Burning Shores there's one that's alive. So we'll have to see. So yeah, I picked up Horizon Forbidden West. Played it a little bit, but as I've only had the system for about a week, and Astro's Playroom has been taking up most of my time when I'm on the system. Yeah. I have to, I'll probably get into that like in a little bit. The system itself came with Spider-Man 2. But unlike how it used to be in the past, where you would get a disc, they basically just gave you like a little card that has like an unlock code on it. So, but I also picked up Miles Morales Ultimate Edition, which actually the selling point that the clerk gave me, which actually made me buy it, was like, okay, yeah, you can get like the base version, or you could spend $20 more and get the Ultimate Edition, which has the complete original, like the first game, just upscaled. So it's like, well, might as well have 3 of them. So yeah, I got Spider-Man 1, Miles Morales, and Spider-Man 2. Oddly enough, this isn't the first time I got a PlayStation that had Spider-Man 2, because I also had a PSP, a PlayStation Portable. Sorry, my screen went blank. And the PSP originally, when it came out, because I actually bought it day one, originally had Spider-Man 2, the movie, on UMD. For those of you that don't know what a UMD is, it's a mini disc. It comes in like a it's like a little disc that comes in like a hard permanent case with like a window, so that the drive can spin it and scan it. And you could, if I remember correctly, you could have actually put like MP3s on it. It was a pretty good system. Unfortunately, it was also very fragile. First one, I can't remember how I damaged it. I remember once one of them I tripped. Well, I didn't trip. I was basically tripped because I was going into a building. I think I was going to do my taxes, and they had like a really weird step, and the door really slammed really hard on the back of my foot, and it tripped, and it went over, and it cracked the screen. The second one, I'm not really sure exactly what happened, but something happened. I couldn't use it anymore, so I had to get a third one. Third one came with God of War 3, but I never played it. It was like a special God of War edition because it had like Kratos on the back of it. And it was like red, and I still have it. The screen has a lot of dead pixels, so it's looks very, very dirty. Yeah. So we are now at 21 minutes. Me talking about my PlayStation memories. In case you're wondering, never got the PS Vita. I have heard of the PlayStation Portal, but as soon as I heard that basically it's just something you connect to your PlayStation and you can just play it without a TV, it's like, well, what's the point in that? I mean, like, you can't take it traveling with you. You basically just use it in the house, and basically, if you're like me, who basically, like, there's only one person that uses the TV, unless we're watching a movie or something, like, I don't need it. So, anyway, look forward to more videos coming soon. This video actually was supposed to be, and I was planning for it this morning too, it's supposed to be a talk about evolution of controllers. But then I thought, you know what, I should actually talk about my PlayStation memories first, because people might actually get that, because, like, I know everybody likes nostalgia, and, like, I don't really get the nostalgia thing. Like, there are some PlayStation games I like to play, but I'd rather just play them in a remake. Speaking of which, I should probably pick up the Destroy All Human games, because I did have those. I had one of them. I couldn't really get into it, because, like I said, I was more interested in TV. Anyway, guys, once again, I'm sorry, I know I say goodbye multiple times, but once again, this is ShockerCyclone signing off. Please like this video if you really like it. Comments are always welcome, as long as they're respectful. If you're not subscribed to my channel, please do. It'll show me that people like these kind of videos, and I'll do more of them. And also, I do have a a coffee page. So if you want to basically just drop by and, I don't know, kick me a couple bucks, it'd be really appreciated. I will send you, or not send you, but I will do a thank you video at the end of the month if it actually starts happening. So far it has not. But basically that's my plan. Basically, people donate, I give them a shout out. Eventually it's going to increase more, and once I get more content and actually start trying to figure out this whole modern day YouTube thing again, hopefully I'll get a lot better. Just a side note, I am planning on getting a better microphone and a better camera. I don't know when. Might be soon. Don't know when. So hopefully things will improve visually and audio-wise. Like I said, don't know when. Anyway, coming up in 25 minutes. That's it. I gotta go. Bye.